is me shaking my butt, which I should probably take down. Just kidding.
Welcome to the first episode of the Dan and Dani Podcast. I am so excited to be bringing these podcast episodes to you with Dani, and I'm excited to introduce her to you guys today. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the disease that shall not be named. The disease that people are so mad about, we have to bleep every time we say it. But I think y'all guys know what I'm talking about. So we're going to give our thoughts on the lockdowns today. We're going to talk about why we're living life a little bit more than most people, why we're not as worried about it as most people are, and why we're doing that and how we're staying safe despite that. Before that though, first things first, got to do our shot.
We need a shot.
So, what are you drinking today, Dani?
So right here we have the Western Sun Blueberry Vodka, which he just recently got me into, actually.
Yes.
I really never wanted to try it
Converting
before.
you to vodka.
He converted me to a lot of different things, but this was definitely one, for sure.
And in the middle, John behind the camera will be doing Western Sun Watermelon, another great Western Sun flavor. Drink it all the time. I will be doing Clase Azul Reposado. You say?
Clase Azul Reposado.
Yes. This was a gift from Four Patriots, Alan Baylor, and those guys over there. Thank you guys for this. I'm definitely enjoying it. And this was introduced to me by my client, Glenn Ledwell, who's a tequila fanatic. So great tequila, if you guys want to try it.
All right, are we ready? John?
Ready. First episode. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
Ooh.
The reaction.
I always make a weird face. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. That's the best part. That's why we're doing it on camera, so they can see.
Oh my God.
All right.
No.
So let's get into it. So before we get into it, let's talk about why you guys need to watch these episodes. Watch me having these fun conversations with Dani, us doing shots together. Why do you need to tune into these and not just the internet marketing technique videos? Well, there's a few reasons why. First of all, techniques are important. Learning what to click on in Google Ads and learning how to write your ad scripts and learning how to do this and that with internet marketing and entrepreneurship is important. Don't get me wrong, still watch those videos. But I've learned from my own journey that that's not really all there is to it if you want to become a successful entrepreneur. What I found is that a lot of my growth has come from being around people who were my mentors and just having long form conversations like this, just getting to talk for a while and kind of absorb their energy, kind of absorb their influence just by being around them. And I think that's a really important part. Even if you don't learn specific techniques or things, I think you're going to pick up a lot of our attitudes from these kind of videos, and that hopefully it's going to influence you in a positive way. I know for me, one of my mentors, Ryan, that was a lot of how I picked up the belief that I could become successful in internet marketing, just talking with him like that. Now, I know not everybody has mentors in real life that they can just hang out with, so that's what we want to be for you. We want to be able to hang out with you virtually like this. You can kind of absorb our energy, and over these kind of fun, longer form conversations, we'll show you what we're doing to build our business and what you could be doing too. Now, not only that, our goal is going to be to make these conversations fun.
We're always fun, so.
Yes, especially Dani.
I am.
That's why I'm bringing her on to make things a little more fun.
I'm converting him to the funness.
Yes. She's seen me doing a lot of long, boring Google Ads tutorials, so we had to mix it up for you guys. So we want to make these entertaining videos that not only teach you a few things, but which are really fun to tune into as well. So if you're watching my channel, that's why you want to tune into these. But for people on your social media, people on your Instagram, why do they need to tune in?
So usually you know me from my Instagram, and normally on my Instagram I only post pictures and some videos, but with this you guys will actually know more about my life, you'll know more about me, my family, my dogs, my friends, and you guys will actually be able to meet my squad. That's what I call me and my group of friends, which yes. Dan is now part of.
Yes, I officially was inducted into the Facebook messages. They send about 100 messages each day, so I only read about 10%, but I'm catching up.
Yeah, usually he doesn't have the actual app for Messenger, so usually he'll get on the computer
yes.
and do it.
Yes. So before we dive into it, let's talk about how we met. So we met on Tinder about a month ago, and it's really crazy to think about. It's been really a whirlwind since then. The first date was amazing, and we started spending pretty much every day together since then. It's just been a really amazing journey over the past month. But tell the people a little bit more about that, how we met and how it went down from your perspective.
So basically, we did meet on Tinder. He messaged me, and I told him that I didn't want his number yet and that I didn't want to give him mine just yet. It's been about like 3 days, I would say. I kept telling him we could talk on the app. And then after he invited me to dinner, I was like, okay, yeah, let's go to dinner. And so we went to Taverna in the Domain, which is actually a really good Italian place. After that, I honestly just wanted him to keep coming over and watch scary movies with me because literally that's all I watch is scary movies. So
she's watched every scary movie there is.
Almost every scary movie. But no, like, and every time he came in, I would fall asleep on him while the movie was going on, and it just felt really nice. So I just liked being around him all the time. And he just never left my life.
Yes. And it has been amazing. I've been having a really good time with you, and I'm just glad things are working out like this.
Yeah, same. And my friends love him. My friends are literally in love with him. And Luke is a hard one to get through, but Luke actually really liked him at first.
Oh, nice. Great to hear. All right, so I'm in with the friends. So I want to introduce you guys to Dani, take you guys behind the scenes, show you a little bit about her before we go into the main episode. So first thing that we wanted to go into was your Instagram, which you can see behind us on the screen right here. The real Instagram. All right, so talk to us about the Instagram, what you usually post on here, and why people need to tune in.
So obviously, since me and you have made it official, most of it in the recent has been of you and what you have given me recently.
If only that would load, I could show you guys, but I'll scroll through a little bit as you talk about it.
Yeah, so some of it's my friend's birthday, and then I take some pictures at work of me, and then of course the squad is always going to be in majority of my pictures and videos. Now, of course, there's me shaking my butt, which I should probably take down. Just kidding. And then, yeah, like I said, I have some really cool friends. So we all go out and have fun, and we do stuff. We go on the boat. This whole section was basically my whole birthday weekend. So this was my birthday. Ooh, I love that bathing suit. Fashion Nova, guys. And then I actually still had the sash from last year's birthday. So I was like, yeah, why not? Just save a little bit of money and still have that one. And then my nails, of course, I got done. And my girl is named Tina Wynn. So if you guys ever see her tagged on my tagged photos on Instagram, go to her because she does really great nails.
Yeah, right? Looks amazing. Everyone different. It's like a work of art. So tell us about this.
That was my actual birthday night on my birthday. And we went to Kobe's Steakhouse with all of my friends. And we had, I would say 10, maybe 11 all together at most. And so we filled up the entire table. And of course, the people that, you know, do the hibachi in front of you get a little bit of hard, sticky rice, and they'll try to have you catch it. And it took me 3 tries to actually catch it like that.
That was impressive, though. That was a far distance. So what's the secret? How did you...
I just had to realize that what I was doing before was not correct and just like lean back a little further and just open my mouth a little wider.
I guess it's kind of like Dude Perfect. Have you ever seen that?
What do you mean?
They do trick shots where they hit a basketball shot from like 100 yards away.
Well, of course, I think everybody has at least seen that once.
Yeah, right.
I think that was all over Vines for a while too.
Yeah, exactly. Just do 100 takes. One of them's going to turn out good.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, sounds like a great time at the birthday. But talk to us about the food blog.
Yeah, guys, so I have my own food blog. It's called Fire Feeds ATX. I started this about a year ago. I would say a year and a half ago. And I just love eating food. I'm a huge foodie, so I always wanted to have my own personal something that I can do to show that. And I've realized I can do my own food blog. So my food blog features stuff that I've made, different restaurants. Everything is tagged. Every restaurant or bar that you see here will have its name attached to it. So this one is one of my most recent restaurants.
What is this right here?
So that is what we called a steamed egg at the restaurant. So we were wondering why it was almost $6. And then all of a sudden they bring out this big ass egg souffle. And I'm just like, oh, well, okay, that's why. And it was not, I'm not gonna lie, they made it so good. It was so delicious.
Yes, this was amazing. An egg is the last thing I would think to get out of Korean barbecue, but it was so light and fluffy. I was really impressed.
Felt like eating a cloud.
Yes, and I'm glad you're down for Korean barbecue too. If you guys want a good place in Austin, Chosen Galbi, that's the place that we went there. Everything was good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's tell people some more about you. So when Dani moved in, she had to make it clear. She's like, hey, me and my dogs, we're a package deal.
We are.
She loves her dogs so much. Fortunately, they're really cool dogs. But tell us a little bit more about the dogs.
So my dogs, I have a dachshund and then I also have a chihuahua. My dachshund's name is California and my chihuahua's name is Ceci. Ceci's a little bitch, I'm not gonna lie. She barks at literally everything. She really is, babe. Like, she barks at everything. Like, why does she do that?
She's got to make up for her tininess with aggressiveness. She intimidates people.
I think that's why she is such an asshole to every single big dog that she sees everywhere. Now, Callie will just follow her and just go off of her energy. Have you realized that?
Yeah. Like she'll start, or Ceci will start barking, and then Callie.
But Callie's way more aggressive with it because she's like, get away from my sister.
Yes, they're so cute together.
I think they are. They sleep together. They take walks right next to each other. I mean, haven't you noticed that Callie has to be right next to Ceci whenever we're walking them?
Yeah, I have noticed that. Man, and people have been so much friendlier to me throughout the neighborhood, too. Usually, when I walk around and I see people, they're like, oh, Vector, like, walk to the other side. But now people are like, oh, your dogs are so cute. And then they come pet them.
And then they actually think they're his dogs.
Yeah.
They're mine.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. They're yours, too.
Yes, ours now.
Ours.
So, tell people some more about you. The tattoos. Tell us about those. Some of these tattoos here, if you could show them in the middle.
Yeah, so I have actually about 17 tattoos. I started getting them when I was 18. And my first one was actually on my hip bone, which everybody said, do not do it. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. Stupidly, I got an ex-boyfriend's name. And since then, it has been covered up with a much better tattoo, I'm not even gonna lie. But to start off, I have this one right here, which has been on me since I was 20. I went and got this up north. I really wish that the lettering was a little bit thinner because it's really, really thick, and that's just not...
Want to step this way? Then you can, yeah.
That's just not what I really like, is the whole bulkiness of it, but everything else is great. And then I have these two, which are my most recent ones. I do really like palm tattoos, and honestly, I don't really care for the pain, but it's more of an annoyance than a pain. So I think anybody could really get a palm tattoo as long as you're not a pussy.
Like me.
Oh, whatever, you could so do it. Your hands are soft enough. My hands aren't really that soft.
All right, they'll be coming next episode, my palm tattoo.
Yeah, he's gonna get one, I swear to God, and you're gonna die at the gym. You're gonna be like doing your workouts, and you're gonna be like, ah.
So I was thinking about getting one. We were just talking about this, but I'm always afraid to get a tattoo because I'm afraid I'll regret it like a few years later. But what do you think? What should I get?
No, I think you should get whatever you want to get.
All right, something cool.
Honestly, even if you wanted to get a cartoon character that just made you laugh, at least it'll make you laugh whenever you look at it.
I'm just afraid when I'm 60, I'll look at that and be like, what was I thinking? Like,
hey, I have zebra stripes on my whole side.
But that looks good. That's like, that's
when
different. I
am wrinkly and 90 years old, do you really think that's gonna look great?
I'm sure it will. Well, it's different on you. It's you don't have to think about it as much.
I know, right?
All right. But one thing I was really surprised to learn about you was that you like video games.
Yeah, I do.
Yes,
actually.
But tell us about that.
Mostly I like RPG games. Other than that, it would normally be more of, I would say, story picking, where you get to choose your own destiny type of situations. Like, say you're doing an interactive episode of something. Like, you get to choose what they do. And that makes any type of difference. There could be over 100 different endings with depending on what choices you make. And that's what I love.
Yeah. Good to see you play games sometime. Do a Twitch.
Oh, it would be so fun. I actually don't, we have Steam. So I got to get my Sims back though.
Yes.
It doesn't work on your iMac? No, that's not an iMac. That's an Apple computer.
Yeah, the laptop, yeah.
MacBook.
Yeah.
I don't know Apple products anymore.
Maybe Dani will stream her gaming sometime so y'all guys can experience too.
I think, yeah, I want to do a game review one time.
Yes, you should.
He has an Xbox 360. I know, old.
That's right.
But hey, at least we have something.
Hey, but I'm glad that you appreciate nerdy things too, because I'm pretty nerdy, yeah. So your nerd tolerance is
You're
on point.
Pretty nerdy. I'm nerdy.
All right, we'll see who's nerdier.
Oh, is this a competition now?
Yes, it is. All right, but last thing that we should talk about before we go into the main episode is the scary movies.
Oh, yes.
So tell us more about your favorite scary movies.
Okay, why do you sound like Scream right now?
That's
exactly what he says.
Oh, really?
Yes, he literally picks up a phone, and if you guys know Scream, of course, most of y'all probably will. He goes, "What is your favorite scary movie?" And so anytime somebody says that, it just makes me laugh because I'm thinking about that movie. And then I'm like, well, we're talking about scary movies, so. Okay, so my favorite scary movie, the one scary movie that I would say that made me almost want to leave the theater was probably the first Conjuring movie.
All right, I have to watch that with you sometime. Haven't seen it.
Yeah, once you see that demon, whatever that thing was, on top of the dresser thing in the girls' room, oh, that scared the crap out of me. I just want to get out of there.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I stayed.
We watched Saw the other day. Oh, Saw 5 it was,
Yes,
right?
Saw 5.
Yes, it was really good. I'm not a huge scary movie fan, but I love the Saw series. They use the gore and the violence really well. I feel like a lot of scary movies, the plot kind of suffered, but the plot I think is good, and it's like good horror scenes.
I mean, I can actually handle the gore in Saw, but if I saw a different movie, like say it was older, normally their quality for gore is way nastier.
You like the old school style?
No, I like the newer style because I can handle that.
Ah, okay. All right, so that's a little bit about Dani. We'll be talking more, telling you more about her in future episodes. But now it is time to talk about the disease which shall not be named. So, can you tell the people out there, Dani, why have you been living life and not just sheltering in place in solitary confinement like some people think we should?
Honestly, I can't sit at home and do absolutely nothing. I did that for the first month and a half to 2 months, and I just got bored out of my mind. I mean, yeah, I went and would watch the news, try to keep up with what's going on. I would see if Governor Abbott let people, go out again. And once he did, and once businesses actually started opening, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go out and actually have fun and live my life.
Yes.
Plus, I miss the bars. I'm not even going to lie. I miss going to go eat and having a drink.
Yeah, exactly. And I know there's probably some people out there who might be getting a little bit mad when you watch this, but my thoughts on it too is that we're young, we're pretty healthy. I could see 14 days to slow the spread. I could see 30 days to slow the spread. I sheltered in place. I'm sure you did for the first 30 days. But I just can't do 5 years to slow the spread. I mean, I'm sorry. This can't be permanent. And I do think, some people need to be careful. Some people that are older or immunocompromised, maybe they should be staying home a little bit more. But I do think for people like us, it's important that we get out and kind of get back into normal life.
Yeah, because I would be so bored just sitting at home. I couldn't do it. And that's also why a lot of divorces and breakups are happening, because people need to actually have time to get away.
Yeah.
And that's basically if you're just sitting at home doing nothing or just doing the same thing every single day, it's not going to make your life any easier.
Right.
It's going to make you go crazy. And to anybody, not just certain people, but to anybody.
Yeah, exactly. People always talk about oh, you're taking the risk because you're going out. But what a lot of people don't realize is that just staying in solitary confinement can be risky too.
Yeah.
I mean, it can have psychological risks. You could start getting a little depressed. You might start feeling weird. And it can have physical risks too. If you isolate yourself from diseases, then your immune system becomes weaker. Just like if you don't exercise, your muscles become weaker. So that's kind of some of our rationale behind why we're going out and why we're living life. One thing that we did, which people might object to, but which I had a really fun time doing with you, was going to a strip club.
Oh my God,
Yes.
we did go to the strip club. That was so much fun.
Yes. Tell people about what it's like to go to a strip club during.
It's a lot different than normal because everybody has to wear a mask the entire time unless you're taking a drink. I would say that the most strict about it would probably be ecstasy. We really like going to Foxy's though. We've actually went to 2 different ones in one night. So he knows at least what Perfect 10 down on Highland is and then where Foxy's is, because Foxy's is me and my squad's like favorite place to go to be honest, because the dancers are better, the VIP is better, and it's BYOB, so why not?
Yes, it was a great time. Man, I had such a good time hanging out with everybody, and I agree, Foxy's is better. It's kind of fun too, because so when the strippers come up to you, they're wearing like lingerie, but also like a mask.
Yeah.
It's kind of unusual, but it's a fun experience. It's like Melina in Mortal Kombat, that character that's like sexy in lingerie with a mask.
That's actually my favorite one.
Oh,
She's
really?
my favorite. I've always wanted to go as her for Halloween.
Oh, there you go. You could wear a mask and still be in costume.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
There we go. Avocados just went out the window. That was the other idea.
That was not my idea. I was not doing avocados. We were talking about Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay. All right. But anyways, let's talk a little bit more about why people should be getting out and what you should be doing to maximize things during this time. So what I'm thinking is I'm really grateful that I started working from home about a year before hit. The reason for that is that I've seen that it's a really difficult transition for a lot of people to start working from home when this hit, when they had to. Whereas for the people that were working from home the entire time, it was much easier. You pretty much just kept doing what you were doing. So in a sense, it was much easier for me than for most people. But even for me, with a few months of sheltering in place, I started to kind of really feel it. So I started developing a routine of things that I thought were important to do, basically just to keep healthy, not only physically, but psychologically too. So one thing that was really important that I found was getting out of the house and taking a walk for at least 10 or 15 minutes a day. I found that if I just stayed at home all day, just worked at home, and then just stayed at home afterwards, you kind of get a little cabin fever after a while. But if you go outside, then you get to at least experience a little bit of a different space, even if other people aren't with you. So I've spent a lot of time listening to Dr. Rhonda Patrick on the Joe Rogan podcast as well. If you guys want to learn more about health and some things you could be doing aside from just, isolating yourself and wearing a mask to increase your immunity, I recommend listening to her advice. But basically what she advises is that you get a good amount of sunlight, you take vitamin C and vitamin D every day, a few other things, but if you do those 3 things, you're probably in a better place than most people. So I've been trying to do that, and I've been getting Danny on the supplement train with me.
He actually has. I never really cared to take vitamins or anything like that before. But my grandparents used to shove them down our throats whenever we were growing up as a kid. And I still hated it from then on because I don't really like taking pills of any sort. So whenever he was like, hey, you want some supplements? Hey, you want some vitamins? I was like, are you serious right now? Like, what are you trying to do to me? And then I was just like, yeah, give it to me.
You all right? She takes vitamins from me, and she does workouts too. We've been doing garage workouts together, been doing a few other workouts, and she's super mentally tough. She's been doing workouts with a broken rib.
And it's not fun anymore.
Yes.
I actually had to stop like completely for, I would say it's going to be going on a week almost now.
Yeah, right? But I'm glad you got that checked out eventually. But before that, the workouts were going surprisingly well given the type of injury that she had. So in a future episode, we're going to tell you guys a little bit more about that, kind of talk about some of the things that we're doing and the benefits of doing these type of home workouts. So look out for that episode.
Yay!
Yes. So what would be your advice for the people out there that might be a little bit experiencing a little bit of cabin fever, maybe been sheltering in place for a while? How do you think they can stay sane and survive these lockdowns?
Honestly, there's a couple of things. If you are somebody that just won't leave the house, but you are going crazy staying inside, invite your freaking friends over. Like, what is so wrong about having friends over? I mean, your friend is super paranoid about it, but he still allows friends to come over. He'll barbecue for you. He'll wear a face mask in front of you. You know what I mean? He likes to social distance, so why can't other people do that?
Exactly.
But for the people that do go out, just continue what you're doing. Just be safe about it.
Yeah,
it's really self-explanatory. Be safe, know what you're doing, and don't be stupid.
Man, I've really learned that too. I think, obviously it's been a real tragedy for the world, but I think we've all learned a lot about ourselves during this time too. So one thing that I've learned is the value of having a really good partner, especially when you're isolated with somebody. Then it really makes a big difference being with the right person. I've learned as well having the right friends. It's something that I probably undervalued in the past, but which I've seen the value of that during this situation. A lot of the people that I regularly hang out with, they were much more worried about it than most people were. They're still sheltering in place, a lot of them to this day, and I just really appreciate being able to hang out with people like we went with the squad the other day. And it's really valuable just having the good group that you can hang out with like that.
Yeah, I think so too. And plus my friends are really chill and they love you.
Yes, I'm glad they love me.
Now they always are like, is Dan coming? Is Dan coming? I'm like, yeah, he's coming. Like, of course he's coming.
And in future episodes, it's a really good group of people, some really funny guys, some awesome girls that you guys got to meet. We want to introduce you in some future episodes, so I know you guys are going to love meeting these people.
Plus, if you guys ever have any questions for us that you want us to answer in an episode, we can definitely do a Q&A at some point, but we need you guys' questions down below, please.
Yes. So if there is anything that you want to know about me or about Dani, any topics for future episodes you'd like us to do, leave us a comment down below.
Yeah, seriously, I want to know what you guys want us to do.
Yes. All right, so with that said, we're going to wrap this one up, but leave us a comment. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you liked it to get more episodes like this. We will be releasing a new episode. Our goal is every week. So stay tuned to learn more about Dani and to get more of these Dan and Dani episodes.
Yay! Bye, guys.
See you later.